Well, what do we have here? As you see in this photo is Kamala Harris. Right here are her parents. He's from Jamaica and she's from India. As you can see, her parents are not Black Americans. Yes, she may appear to have some level of melanin in her skin, but like Barack Obama, she cannot identify with the so-called Black American experience. Her ancestors have never been in captivity. As a matter of fact, her ancestors are the captors of those that were in captivity. You know, when you hear Black Americans always complain about slavery and the damage that was done during captivity, and how the condition of Black Americans today is a result of yesterday's captivity. Well, her parents, or better yet, her ancestor, was one of the ones that put you in these conditions. And I know that there's a lot of so-called Black Americans that get caught up in Jamaican. Her father's Jamaican. Her mother's from India. But it's just like South Africa. I've met some white South Africans that claim to be African. So if I marry a white South African woman and someone asks me, what race is she? Or what's her nationality? Of course, she's going to say that she's African. The first image that's going to pop in your mind is a native African, someone with melanin, someone that's dark complexion. So don't allow Jamaican to deceive you, because she cannot identify with your struggles, although she may say that. Now, there's articles out there, and this is why I refer to her as a chameleon, because she changes her color. She changes her colors to benefit her at certain times. One news article said that she was the first Indian American woman to run for a certain office. Then she was the first Black Indian woman to run for an office. And now, as we see in the media, she's the first Black woman. Now, there were times when Kamala Harris said herself that she was not Black. And if you notice, she chose the most disrespectful thing to identify with Black people. Rap music. Music she claimed to listen to, the artist did not exist at that time as a celebrity. But she said that to spark interest in the so-called Black Americans, the ignorant of the Black Americans. Because when Black Americans hear that you're Black, the first Black woman, they automatically run to their aid without taking the time out to think. Now, if they steal the election and if she becomes vice president, she's already telling you what she's gonna do, and it's not to benefit you. And like I mentioned in the last video, was that Black Lives Matter, the so-called blacks that's out there protesting, burning buildings down, setting cop cars on fire. Oh, they're coming for you. You will pay for that. As a matter of fact, the whole race of so-called black Americans, those that are descendants from slavery, you will pay for it. One way or another, you will pay. But right now, they need your votes, because once her and Joe Biden, and like I said in the last video, was the thing that those two have in common was they both locked up black people. And I know that there's black Americans that don't want to think about that. You don't want to view that. You don't want to look at that as fact. No, Joe Biden would not do that to us if we vote him in the office. Well, what did Barack Obama do in the years that he was president? Why are black people still struggling? And it's interesting that these are immigrants that's now making promises to you to give you free health care and free education, and talking down on you because in their minds you're gullible. In their minds you're ignorant, and you're proving them correct. Now you have immigrants that's coming here playing the same game that the white Democrats that enslaved black people, the inventors of the KKK, now they're playing the same game because you refuse to come to the light. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that don't like Trump. They hate Trump. But think of why you hate Trump. Yes, you may give reasons, and he's xenophobic, he's racist, and he's gonna take away my welfare. You have all of these excuses, but where did you get that information from? Where did you get that information? What is your source? Where did you hear that? And 10 times out of 10, you heard it from someone, some news media that now has a history of lying to you, fake news media. You got it from them that support the Democrat Party. And one question I have is, what happened to all of the money that was raised for Black Lives Matter? Where is that money? What are they doing with that money? How is it benefiting the so-called black Americans or the black community? Where is that money? It's in the pockets of the Democrat politicians. Yes, they may fund you going out there tearing up stuff. And like I heard someone say, that could be your reparation. And you already have Democrats that's telling you that's your reparation. The stuff you're stealing, the buildings and cop cars that you're burning down, that's your reparation. So right there they're telling you that you won't get nothing from them. They have an agenda that don't include you. Yes, this is her family right here. Yes, you see the dot on their foreheads, the women. This is Kamala Harris's family. She's not black. She's not a so-called black American. And most of those that's from India that I've met, and I'm not saying it's the case for all people from India, but they don't like black people. And they don't marry among the black community. They won't do it. They won't allow their daughters to marry someone from the black community. They won't do it. I know dudes that try to date females from India, and the female may have snuck around and did it, but she would not introduce him to her family. This is Kamala Harris's family. This is where she get her melanin from. The percentage of melanin that she had now, she looks mixed, and she is. She's part Jamaican, and she's part Indian. Those that's from India. See, so you would be wasting your time voting for her and Joe Biden. These are two individuals that's got a track record, a history of locking up black people. Joe Biden has got a history of saying racist things. And many of y'all are repeating it, but you forgive him. But yet you call people like me a coon. You call people like me and Uncle Tom and Uncle Ruckus, all of these racist names. But look at you defending the slave master. The slave master's offspring, Kamala Harris. And defending Joe Biden, the racist. You defend them. And you would proudly say, even after we show you evidence, you will still proudly say with authority, I'm voting for Biden-Harris. Knowing that nothing will be done for you. You will find yourself in a worse state of mind. Your living condition is going to be worse. I talked about how population reduction. And guess who they're targeting to reduce the population? Black folks. They've always done that. Even if you go back as far as biblical history, where a decree was sent out to destroy all the firstborn babies, male child. They're doing that in this very day now. But they got you destroying each other. Abortions. Black on black murder. And so now all they have to do is use color and race and keep you angry to do their bidding. It won't benefit you. Why do you think they're letting all of these criminals out? Because they're criminals. These are the people that's doing the mess that we see that's happening in Portland, in Chicago, even in New York. So once if they happen to get into office, then they're going to go hard, even much harder for illegal immigrants. And the illegal immigrants will replace black people. They won't need you anymore. Once they get the illegal immigrants where they want, they don't need black people no more. They don't need you. That's why they're preying on black women, because many black men have died. They're incarcerated. So there's a lot of black men that's out of the picture. So now there's more black women to work with than black men. See? And you have black females that's flouting, and they're proud of that. Oh, we're the biggest. Why are you the biggest? Because a lot of the firstborn males were killed or they're incarcerated. That's why black women outnumber black men, because many black men are dying at the hands of each other or being aborted in the womb. That's why black women outnumber black men. So that's nothing to be proud about. So they may give you a position, and you notice in the Democrat Congress, you find women of color, as they call them, which includes black women, Indians, people like Ilhan Omar, because they have melanin. But who's receiving these benefits? Not you. They want to keep you in chains. Joe Biden said they want to put y'all back in chains, but they want to keep you in chains. They want to keep your hands tied, dependent upon them. not doing for yourself. But I just want you to see Kamala Harris's family. She's not a black American. She's Indian and Jamaican. Not the black Jamaican. So feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe. Till next time, I'm fearless.